So this video also talks about Lewis structures, but here we're going to draw the Lewis structures in a different way. We're going to follow these steps to draw the Lewis structure. Your step number 1 is you count the valence electrons, total number of valence electrons. So the first example is again CH4. Carbon is in the 4th A group of the periodic table, so it has 4 valence electrons. Hydrogen is in the first A group, it has 1 valence electrons, but then there are 4 hydrogens, so times 4, that makes it 8. So total number of valence electrons are 8. Then what we do, we know hydrogen makes only one bond. So if any element that is making only one bond has to be at the end. So hydrogen and halogens are the 7th A group elements. They make one bond. So they have to be at the end. They cannot be in the middle of the two elements. Otherwise they're going to have at least 2 bonds. So we're going to put carbon, and then what we do, we put what is left, hydrogen. We put 4 hydrogens around carbon, and then we connect them with a single bond. Now then count the number of electrons that you used. Each bond is made up of 2 electrons, so we used 2 here, 2 here, 2 here and 2 here, total 8 electrons, and we done using all the electrons. So is carbon stable now? Yes, because it has 4 bonds around it, 4, and each bond is 2 electrons, so 4 times 2 is 8. And each hydrogen has 2 electrons around it, so it is stable too. So Lewis structure is CH4. So this is a method which we call it as the valence electron method. Let's take another example. Ammonia, NH3. Nitrogen has 5 valence electrons. Hydrogen has 1. 1 times 3 is 3, 8. Now hydrogen cannot be in the middle, so nitrogen is here, and then you put 3 hydrogens around, and then you connect the elements with a single bond. That's your step number 3. So here, here and here. So how many electrons I use? Since I draw 3 bonds, each bond is 2 electrons, so I use 6 electrons. 8 minus 6 is 2. I'm left with 2 electrons. All hydrogens are happy right now because they have 2 electrons around it. So I'm going to put these 2 electrons on nitrogen as a lone pair. So now nitrogen has 8 electrons around it. So that means NH3 Lewis structure is this. Some more examples. Water. So total valence electron, again hydrogen has 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Oxygen 6, 8. We're going to put oxygen in the middle, put hydrogens on the side, connect them with a single bond. How many electrons I used? I used 2 here and 2 here, 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. I'm left with 4 electrons. Both the hydrogens are stable now, so I'm going to put 2 lone pairs on oxygen. So now oxygen has 8 around it, and we used all the electrons. So water is this. Now the next one is carbon dioxide. But before I do carbon dioxide, let me go to this one, H2CO. And first let's calculate the valence electrons. Hydrogen has 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Carbon has 4 and oxygen has 6. Total number of valence electrons are 12. What does that mean? That we have 12 electrons available to make each and every element happy, means have octet. Now how will you decide that which element, to make the rough skeleton, how will you decide which element will go in the middle? And we did it in the last presentation that carbon makes 4 bonds, oxygen makes 2 bonds, hydrogen makes 1. So the atom that makes most bond goes in the middle. So I'm going to put carbon here, and I will put 2 hydrogen and oxygens around it. This is my step number 2, drawing a rough arrangement. And step number 3 is you connect them with a single bond. So how many electrons did I use to in this process? 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. So I use 6 electrons. So I'm left with 6 electrons. Now hydrogens, give me 1 second. Let me draw it again. All right. So hydrogens both are stable right now. So what we do is, with the leftover electrons, we first make the end element at the periphery stable, which is oxygen. Oxygen already has 1 bond. 1 bond means 2 electrons. So it needs 6 more to be stable. So 6 plus 2 makes it 8. So now I used all my electrons. But then if I go back and look in my structure, how many bonds do you see around carbon? Only 3. While carbon makes 4 bonds, because 4 times 2 is 8. They need to have 8. But I don't have any electrons left. So what we do then, this lone pair, these electrons, we move these electrons here. These are 2 electrons. So now my structure will be this. So now look around carbon. You see 1, 2, 3 and 4 bonds around carbon. Carbon has 8 electrons. Look around oxygen, has 2 bonds plus 2 lone pairs. Total 8 electrons. And now each and every element has an octet. So that will be the Lewis structure for H2CO. So let me erase this and make it one more time here. It will be H double bond O, and here are the lone pairs. Next is HCN. First step, calculate the total number of valence electrons. Hydrogen is 1, carbon is 4, nitrogen is 5, total is 10. We have 10 electrons available to give octet to each and every element. Carbon makes 4 bonds, nitrogen makes 3, hydrogen makes 1. That makes, okay, so we can put carbon in the middle, nitrogen here, hydrogen here. Step number 2, this is a rough arrangement. Step number 3, connect them with a single bond. So then how many electrons are used? Each bond is 2 electrons. So 2 plus 2, 4, I used 4. So I'm left with 6. You give the octet with the leftover electrons, you make the end elements happy first. Happy again means octet. But this hydrogen is already good because hydrogen wants to have only 2 electrons around it, and 1 bond means 2 electrons. So what I'm going to do, these 6 electrons, I'm going to put 3 lone pairs on nitrogen. And why did I do that? Because nitrogen has only 1 bond here. So 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 2 makes it 8. So now nitrogen has the octet. But if we look here, carbon has only 2 bonds around it, which is 4 electrons. Carbon needs more. Carbon needs 8. So what we're going to do? We're going to move these electrons here. If I do that, then I will get this. It doesn't matter where. Let me just, so that not to have a confusion, here. But is carbon stable now? No, because carbon has 3 bonds around it. 3 bonds means 6 electrons. So we move these 1 pair again here. And all the steps that I'm talking about, class, they are written on the first slide. And if I do this, then it is HC, this, and 1 electron, lone pair. So now hydrogen has 1 bond. There are 4 bonds around carbon. 4 times 2 is 8. And look around, nitrogen is having 3 bonds plus 1 lone pair. 3 bonds means 6 electrons plus 2 for the lone pair makes it 8. So that is the final Lewis structure for HCN. Going back to carbon dioxide, carbon has 4, oxygen has 6, but there are 2 oxygens, so 6 times 2 is 12 plus 4 equals 16. Carbon makes 4 bonds, oxygen makes 2, so we're going to write down carbon in the middle and we're going to put here and we connect them with a single bond. So we use 4 electrons, 2 here and 2 here, so 16 minus 4 is 14. I still have 14 electrons. I'm going to give the octet to the end elements first. Oxygen has only 1 bond, means 2 electrons, so I'm going to put 6 here. Now it is 8 around oxygen. Similarly 6 here, 6 plus 2, 8. So I use 12 electrons and now I'm left with 2 electrons, and where will I put those 2 electrons? Okay, so there was a slight mistake here. When we did 16 minus 4, here it should be 16 minus 4 is 12. And then when we used 6 electrons around each oxygen, 12 minus 12 is 0. So we can see both oxygens are stable but not the carbon. So we move electron here, then it will be so what will be on this side? This. But that will still not give carbon 4 bonds, and we are also going to move one from this side, and this will be the structure. So again, look around carbon, 4 bonds. Around each oxygen, 2 bonds plus 2 lone pairs makes it 8. 2 bonds, 2 lone pairs make it 8. So that is the Lewis structure of carbon dioxide, that between carbon and oxygen you see the double bond. Another one is C2H4. So carbon has 4, 4 times 2 is 8, hydrogen 4, 1 times 4 is 4, 8 plus 4 is 12. So carbon makes 4 bonds, hydrogen makes 1 bond. So what we're going to do is we're going to put like this, and then I'm going to put 2 hydrogens around each carbon. If you're going to try to have like 3 hydrogens with 1 carbon and 1 hydrogen with 1 carbon, another carbon, you will see that the structure is not going, won't be able to give the octet to each and every element. Next step is connect each one of them with a single bond. So we did that. So how many electrons I used? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12 minus 2 is 12 minus 10 is 2. So we are left with 2 electrons. Now each hydrogen is already stable. So I can put these electrons here, the leftover electrons, and now I don't have any electron. But this carbon, if you see, there are only 3 bonds around it. So what we're going to do, we're going to move these electrons here, and now here, look around each carbon, 4 bonds, around this carbon, 4 bonds. The last example is BF3, and on your first slide it says that boron, there are some exceptions. For example, boron and aluminum are the exceptions. You see 3 bonds around them. 3 bonds means 6 electrons, but they are still stable. So let's calculate their valence electrons. Boron is in the third A group, 3 valence electrons, and fluorine is in the 7th A group, but then there are 3 fluorine, so 7 times 3 is 21 plus 3 equals 24. Fluorine is in the 7th A group, Seventh A group elements need only one electron to be stable. That means they will make only one bond, so I cannot put fluorine in the middle. So I'll put boron and put 3 fluorine around it, and then you connect them with a single bond. So how many electrons you use? 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6. So I'm left with 18 electrons, and I'm going to use these electrons to give octet to the elements that are at the end, which are 3 fluorines. It has only one bond here. How many electrons it needs more? 6 more, because 6 plus 2 is 8. So I will put 3 lone pairs here, 3 lone pairs here, and 3 lone pairs here. So how many electrons I use? 6 plus 6 plus 6, 18. So I use all of them. And this is the structure of BF3, because fluorine makes only one bond. So if you look around each fluorine, there are total 8 electrons, 3 lone pairs and 1 bond, total 8. And as we discussed here that boron and aluminum are exceptions, they can have 3 bonds around them. 3 bonds means 6 electrons, and they are still stable.